Hey girl, hey. Yeah. Woo, woo. Hey girl, hey. Let's go. Hey girl, hey. Yeah. Woo, woo. Let's go.
Hey girl, hey.
To the Hey Girl Hey. Don't make me laugh.
I'm not even doing anything.
Okay. Welcome to the Hey Girl Hey podcast. I'm your host, Kim Miller. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 8. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce my guest. My special guest today is Jesse Ray Miller Jr. Say hello, Jesse.
What's up? Hey girl, hey.
You can't act silly. And let me just tell you that you are the worst guest so far, because all my other guests, I told them where to be and when to be, and you could not be where you were supposed to be. And we live right in the same house. Can you apologize about that?
What you mean?
On air, can you apologize?
In terms of the time we was supposed to record?
Right, correct.
Oh.
Can you acknowledge that you did not make it to your appointment?
I was just don't understand why you didn't understand that I wasn't doing this podcast.
No, but you, after you agreed to do the podcast, you then were not where you were supposed to be. Is that correct or not correct?
No, that's great. I was tired.
Go
Let me
ahead.
turn your mic down a little bit though. Hold on.
Okay. We're going to have to start over?
No.
Oh, okay. So whenever you just sit back down, and I just want to let the people hear you apologize.
Apologize. I gotta apologize.
Apologize.
I'm sorry, but I'm here though. So, you know.
No buts, just I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna move forward. But the news is out. If you don't know, we are having a little baby.
Yeah.
So that was made public this week, and we're super excited about that. That's kind of why. Well, you don't know this, but I have been like having some. I've been asleep, basically, is what I'm saying. So the podcast, I'm so glad it survived this first trimester, because I have been asleep, and Jesse also has been asleep. Jesse is having a lot of pregnancy symptoms as well. So
That's embarrassing.
we made it. But okay, so this week for my Hey Girl, I already told the Hey Girl this, because she's Madison Miller. But I want to give her my Hey Girl, because she has just been so cute ever since she found out I was pregnant. She's like, hey, pregnant mama, every time she sees me. And she's like, I already rubbed my stomach, even though like I don't think I popped out yet. But she's just like taking care of me if I go to the store, and if I get something like with too much sugar, she's like, the baby can't have all that sugar. And she's already talking. She's just being so amazing. And she's such a good kid. Like, some people think that
She is.
we had like the announcement video and photos. They think that she did not know what was going on. She is just that type of kid that's like,
How would they think she knew?
because if you see like she's jumping around dancing on the picture.
Oh, she's
you know
just
what I'm
being
saying?
a good old
Right.
girl.
She's just the type of kid that goes with the flow. Like, oh, we're having a photo shoot at a random record shop. I'm down. Oh, we're about to dance in the street in front of this graffiti wall. Let's do it. Like, she's such a good kid.
Special
So
girl.
that's my Hey Girl. So Hey Girl, Madison Miller. She was all blushing in the car when I told her I was going to give her the Hey Girl.
Oh, you told her already.
Yeah, I told her. She just now, like literally like 30 minutes ago. And she was like, what are we going to talk about? She thought she was going to be on the podcast. I was like, no, you're not on the podcast. But anyway, so yeah, that's my Hey Girl for the week. So I'm excited. Next week, it'll be back to regular scheduled business, and we'll have another Hey Girl. But so today, in the honor of love, in the month of love, and honor of Black History Month, Black Love. I haven't done anything Black History Month. I feel really bad about that. But I
that shiki or nothing.
Nothing. I do honor my Black brothers and sisters, and we've been trying to educate Maddie all month in a special way. So in honor of that, we are here today to talk about our love story. And Jesse does not like to talk, so this is really big for him coming on here. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Move up to the can they people hear you?
They definitely can hear me.
Oh, okay. Because you do all this. So let's talk about our love story. Let's see how much of the story you remember.
What you gonna?
Oh, you gonna act like you don't be forgetting facts and
remember
details?
everything.
Okay, let's see. So we met in 2005. Where did we meet? What city and state?
You seem to think it's Milwaukee, but I think it's Houston.
Wait a minute. Where we officially met?
I don't know. It's at one of them church conventions. I don't know which
See,
one.
that's
I
what
used to
I'm
go
saying.
every year. So
We
I don't
met.
know which one.
For the first time we met at GMWA in Milwaukee.
Okay.
And remember, I wanted you to teach me that song. I wanted you to teach me.
I do remember that. I was teaching the.
Was
the
it
choir.
He Washed My Sins Away? What song was it?
I don't know. It's one of them.
One of the songs you wrote. It had so many words. So shout out to JG and Malcolm Wilson and
Best choir in the world.
I used to want to be a part of JG so bad. It's a choir from Niagara Falls, and I lived in Houston, but I would come to Niagara Falls every summer. Oh, I forgot the video was. Sorry. I used to come to Niagara Falls every summer because that's where my dad's family was from, and Jesse's from Buffalo, which is like 30 minutes from there. But I used to want to be a part of this choir so bad. They were the dopest choir in the world to me. And in Houston at that time, we didn't have choirs like that. So anyway, I get to GMWA. I'm singing with the group. And JG is there. And I'm like, I'm going to get to sing with JG. Like, Malcolm was like, you could sing. I don't care if you could learn the song. The song happened to be Jesse's song. So Nick introduced us. My cousin Nick. Shout out to Nick Dobbs. It was real random. But he introduced us. And he was like, oh, I don't know how it came up.
Was that the year me and Kevin was there?
I don't know.
We was
Probably.
playing by ourselves.
Y'all was doing what by yourself?
We was by ourselves. We was the only musicians, and we were switching on.
I wouldn't know how I would know that, but it was in 2005. It was in Milwaukee.
Must have been.
I only went that one year.
And Melvin Crispell played for us. He didn't even know us, and he just said,
He played
"Y'all
for
want me to play?"
JG?
He played with us. We just met him in the thing. And
Are you serious?
He was so nice. That's why I was so hurt when he died.
What a story.
It was so
Rest
nice.
in peace, Melvin Crispell. Wow. I didn't know that part. But anyway, I remember you teaching me your song, and I remember thinking like it has so many words, and I couldn't learn it, and I was very upset about that. But I remember feeling like, oh, this guy he seems cool. Like, and you dress really different too. Like, you dress like
I always been ahead of my time.
You're always thinking you something.
I always been a martyr for fashion.
You was very fashion
Yeah, I
forward.
was.
I guess that's what you want to call it. I
Yeah.
had never seen such fashion in my
Really?
life.
I wasn't that outlandish.
It wasn't something that Houston people were dressing like.
Oh, for sure.
You were kind of like that. You were already wearing like the vests and like the bow ties and stuff like that. I hadn't seen that
Yeah,
before.
shortly after Ty Tribbett came out.
Shortly after he went ahead and took that from you. Okay, I need you not to be about yourself.
All right, what you mean? I'm just trying to agree with your story.
You got so much vanity. Anyway. Okay, so let me. I want to hear about you when you met me at that point in time. Did you feel anything? Did you feel like, oh, this girl is kind of cute, or did you just feel like, oh, this is just a random girl that I'm gonna teach this song to? Like, what was your thoughts at that point?
Nah, I thought you was fine. Then, what did I sing? Because you were singing with James Fortune back then. Mm-hmm. We seen the flyer of you. I was on that old promo flyer.
I still had that flyer too.
Thought you was fine. See, this is the.
Spit it out.
Yeah, you had a body. We knew that.
Yeah.
We knew that.
I'm gonna have that body back real soon. Shout out to.
But I was there for Jesus.
Oh, okay. And you had a girlfriend at that time.
Dang, you about to?
It's okay. You're not in.
Yeah,
you
so
are not in trouble.
No, I know. You definitely limited your. I don't know if I had a girlfriend. I was transitioning out of a girlfriend. Or
Okay.
I was chilling. You know.
Okay,
I don't want
okay.
to be too disrespectful.
Yeah. You definitely had a girlfriend, I think. But, okay, so I didn't think nothing progressed from that point. So I saw you there. And then after that week of GMWA, I was going back to Niagara Falls for like a couple weeks because that's what I would do. I would spend some time in Niagara Falls every summer. So I remember going to Antioch for a concert. Must have been that following Sunday. And you were at the concert. And I remember thinking like, oh, there's that nice guy. And you also had your fashions on again.
Dang, I don't remember that.
You don't remember it because I'm going to tell you how you don't remember it. I remember seeing you leave out. And then I remember like I walked out because I was going to be like, oh, I would like to say hello to him. So I was going to act like I had to make like a phone call or something like that. But I was just because I just wanted to say hi to you. I don't know why I wanted to say hi to you. But you were gone already. So I didn't see you again.
I don't remember that concert at all.
Yeah, it was at Antioch. And now I know you probably had to go to Zion for Zion's 6 o'clock service.
This was on a Sunday?
It was a Sunday. It was a
What?
Sunday night. Yep. It was a Sunday night. And I always think like, why didn't our paths cross then at that point?
Just so crazy. This is so crazy to hear this.
You never heard this in your life?
No, I ain't never heard this.
I've told this story so many times to other people, but I think that we were both in a place where it wouldn't have worked out at that point in time. if we had hit it off then and like started talking. So anyway, a year later, you're in Houston for AIM.
Yep.
You with Jason Bowman. Shout out to Jason Bowman, your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew Jason just from being in Niagara Falls. Like we never talked or dated, but he would always like hit me up from time to time when I was in New York. So I had his information. He had my information. So when he was in Houston, he hit me up and was like, "Oh, can you take me and my cousin to the mall?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "My cousin Jesse." I'm like, "Oh, I think that's that nice boy Jesse or whatever."
That nice boy.
Yeah. with his different fashions. And so I'm like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll take y'all to the mall." We went to the Galleria. And so at that point in time, what was your thoughts then? Were you like, "Oh, this that fine
but all I
shawty."
remember is that you had that car with no.
I had that what?
That car with
Oh,
no.
my car, yeah. I didn't
rearview
have
mirror,
no
and you didn't know
mirror.
nothing about Houston in terms of driving around. Now
I was
why
getting
don't you
real
know-
lost.
Why don't you know anything about your hometown in terms of where you're driving?
I was getting real lost. That was something I used to do often, is get lost in Houston. You didn't think like, "Oh, I'm excited to go to the mall with her."
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me what you thought.
So I don't know. I'm trying to remember the lead up to the mall. I remember you was like super cool at the mall, to the point where anybody who's been to Houston know like the mall is. I think Texas got like some of the baddest women in the world.
For sure.
So I just remember us just like kicking it and just like even like commenting on like girls.
Yeah,
that
I was
like,
trying to
man,
hook you
she
up with
was-
girls and stuff.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, I walked away like, man, she was real cool.
Yeah. And I remember you had that lime green Nokia,
What?
and it kept going off. It had the loudest ring ever.
Oh,
And you had
man.
on your striped polo shirt. You still got that shirt, I think, with like pink and green in it.
I was wearing that.
Yep.
I definitely still. I got clothes from high school and college.
Jesse, you keep making this about you.
I'm just thinking about like
Nobody
I can't believe
cares
you.
if you
I
still
can't
got
believe
that.
you
That I
remember that shirt.
No, I do remember that. And I remember all the good stuff. You remember all the negative stuff because you
I
like.
don't.
I saw you. What did you say? Like my butt crack. Was
Oh yeah,
showing.
when you bent over, I saw your butt.
Did that make you- that was like a turn off.
No, it wasn't a turn off. It was just funny.
Like, why is you bending over and your butt crack is showing? I wasn't like a hoochie. I just don't know if I was like
No, it's just how you get caught up
when you like bend
sometimes.
over. I don't know. That's the part Jesse remembers of the story.
Nah, it was mad fun though. I do remember that.
And then I let you
man,
drive
she
my
cute.
car.
That was so crazy.
And
I
you-
can't believe I was driving that car.
And then you barely made it, but we made it back to the convention center,
Mm-hmm.
dropped you off. And yeah, and so we were about to separate and you didn't even ask for my number or anything. Do you remember that?
I knew it was going down. Just gotta chill. I was just playing. I don't. But I remember seeing you later at a concert.
Oh yeah, that night at the Clark Sister concert.
And you barely knew who I was. We've been hanging out all day. You barely knew who
No,
I was.
I was playing real hard because I knew who you was. Because I kept thinking like, he's not gonna see me anymore, but he hasn't even asked for my number. And then remember I had took your phone
But
and
I'm
put
pretty.
my number in
Jason,
your
though.
phone.
I'm saying though, we had Jason.
Oh, you thought you was gonna get it from Jason?
for sure though.
Why wouldn't you just ask me when I was right there in front of you?
I don't know. I don't quite know what the situation was really.
It wasn't no situation.
What you
And then I had to grab your phone and put my number
See,
in your
that's
phone.
what I don't remember.
You don't remember that? You don't even remember how you got my number? That's what I know. You
I
don't
just
be
feel like-
remembering the facts. I remember all the
It
facts
evolved so like smoothly.
Yeah.
I do remember though. Shortly after that, I really liked you, and then I think I was coming back to there or something, or some.
You were
I was coming
to
back.
Dallas.
I was coming somewhere, and I tried calling you so many times. And you ain't hit me back, and I'm like, dang, that's
You felt real
like
shady.
what is going on?
I actually don't remember that, but I
Definitely
believe
was
you,
calling,
though.
and then you weren't returning my phone calls, and I was like, what? Like, I'm confused. Then I was like, all right. I don't know how we got back on it though.
We just started talking on the phone. I remember we talked on the phone one night, and we talked on the phone for like 4 hours.
Yeah, I always talk on
And
the
I
phone.
remember like laughing. This was like one of our first time talking on the phone, and I remember like laughing the whole entire time. Like you were so funny to me. Like you had me cracking up. And so then so that's 2006. This is around like August 2006 at this point. So at this point in time in my life, I was kind of like detaching from a lot of negative relationships. Like I was feeling like a whole lot of fresh starts were happening. I think you were in a similar situation. You said you had kind of stopped going out. You were ready to like focus on God a little bit more deeper. So we were in very similar places in our lives. Then I received a word from the Lord. I do feel this way for real, especially how everything played out, that I needed to move. Like in order to really detach from everything.
You was liking me. And
No, see,
you
that's
felt
the
need to
thing.
move.
And I really think you believe that.
I do believe that with all my heart. It's okay though. I don't know why you won't.
Why wouldn't I tell you that I moved for you if that's what really happened?
No, I'm not saying solely for me, but you were like, dang, this is really dope. This is a.
Jesse, you had 0%.
This is all working out.
You had
That's what it felt
0% to do with my decision to move.
I don't know if I believe that, but it's okay though. It's all right.
Why would I lie? We married now 10 years
I have
later.
no idea. But I think
Okay.
it definitely played some. You can't say it was zero.
No, it played a role in the sense of like once the decision was made and things were falling in place, I was like, that's kind of perfect. At that point, yeah, I'm like, if this works out, that would be really cool. Seriously, like I didn't know you long enough to know that you were worth moving for.
What? We was talking so much on the phone.
By the time I decided to move, we had maybe been talking for a week on the phone.
No, because I remember talking with you. You used to call me every day from work. Yeah,
I used to call you every day. Don't be trying to make
No. We used to call each other because before you went into work, we used to always get the
because
Taco Bell.
I decided to move, and in a month, like within that month of me moving, we were talking every day. It wasn't like we started talking and then I decided to move. That's the part I don't think you're clear on.
It's okay. It ain't nothing.
I know it's okay. Like I just don't know why you don't believe me.
The fact that you give me zero credit for wanting to move
The decision to move. No, the fact that it played out the way it did. Yes, like I am like so grateful.
That's what's up.
But
definitely moved for me. But it's all good.
My mom even thinks that a little.
Yeah, anybody who got some knowing what was going on at that time.
But I wish that y'all would just accept the truth. Okay, anyway, let's move on. We don't want to get into a rant. So I decided to move, and by that point, so now we're talking like every day for sure. I remember we had like minute phones, and I remember like using up all my minutes, and my bill was like ridiculous. Was your bill also ridiculous?
I don't know. I think we was on because we didn't really talk till like nighttime, really, right?
We would try to talk at nighttime a lot. We was doing a lot of communication during the day via like text messenger. We did a lot of email too back then.
Really?
Yeah, we sure did. Remember my little drummer girl KP email address that I used to have? You hated it. I used to play drums, guys. Jesse hated it. He shut down my dream of being a drummer, but that's fine. So what did you think at the time? What did you think when I decided to move to New York?
I thought like, man, this could be real. This could be dope. But before that though, I really, 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 really liked you. Like I didn't have the whole Southern girl talking, and you just always nice.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was always drawn. So I was happy. Then I was worried too because I was coming out of like a weird situation.
Yeah, you want to talk on that?
No, I ain't about to talk on that.
Okay,
it was complicated though.
We don't have to talk about it.
But nah, it was dope. It was.
I remember our first night talking on the phone. It wasn't our first night, but it was one of the first nights. And you remember you sung to me for like all night. And you sung.
That was a wild. That wasn't the first night.
It wasn't the first night.
I want to bust it out.
It wasn't the first night, but it was like close because you kept saying like my cousin was like, oh, Jesse could sing, and I was like, oh really? Like he keeps saying he just directs and like teaches. He said he doesn't sing or whatever. So you had accidentally did like a little run the one night on the phone. I'm like, wait a minute, you sing for real? And then that whole night you never talked again. You just sung the whole night.
That's amazing.
But you said I was gonna be Mrs. Miller that night. Do you remember that? Yeah.
I do remember that.
Did you say that to a lot of girls?
No. I ain't want them busting out singing with nobody. I barely sing outside the studio.
But did you ever say they were gonna be Mrs. Miller?
No, I ain't never said nothing like that.
So you felt strongly that I was gonna be your wife at that point.
Yeah.
What?
at that time on the phone, I don't know. I really did feel like super connected. Like this was gonna,
me too.
Then I was super scared too though, because you remember how we actually ended up. You gave me like an ultimatum, like we ain't about to do this.
I sure did. So by the time I moved to New York, so this is like 2 months later. I moved to New York in October of 2006. And so I feel like at that point we was in love. We wasn't saying I love you, but I felt like I loved this man. I felt like he loved me.
Goofy stuff, talking about some olive oil.
Olive oil.
Don't nobody do that no more.
Because I used to say olive oil. You know how you act like you don't know. You could either be like, they could say I love you too, or you could say like, oh no, I didn't mean nothing. That's what I was trying to do. But anyway, that was stupid. But so I get there. You pick me up. You have like flowers for me, and we have like a beautiful night. We went to.
It was so awkward.
It was awkward. It felt weird. Like it felt like I know this person, but I don't know this person. So it was very strange. It was very, very strange that first night. But then I'm like, well, we're not really exclusive yet. Like we hadn't made a decision to be exclusive, and I'm like, what's going on here? I had already made a decision in my life that I wasn't gonna play no games and be like somebody's special friend or whatever. So I called Jesse up. It was Halloween. It was October 31st, 2006. And I said, listen, if you're not gonna be my boyfriend, we just gonna be friends. Ain't gonna be no kissing friends. Ain't gonna be no holding hand friends. And if I meet somebody else, I'll just meet somebody else. And you was like, no. You was in Syracuse.
No. What?
Remember you was in Syracuse at this church service, so you could barely talk. And you was like, no, please, no. And then you're like, no. I'm like, no, I'm serious. Like, it ain't gonna be no hard feelings, but I'm not gonna play these games.
Hey girl, hey, yeah, whoa, whoa.